Hello fellow geeks and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather and I'm glad you're here today because it is time to take a look back at training over the month of September. But first of all, whether this is your first video or your fifth video, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below. It doesn't cost you a thing. You can even ring that bell and be notified every time that I upload new running content, which happens at least twice a week. I am glad to have you here, so I really hope that you clicked. As usual, we're going to start things off by taking a look at how training has gone over the past month. So here we go. All right, another week has gone by. This last week has been a little bit different. If you've been watching the channel, then you know I spent about 6 days in Atlanta, Georgia, going to Dragon Con. Did a few runs while I was there, mostly just walked because walking back and forth between the 5 host hotels, you get a lot of steps in and a lot of exercise in during the day. So that was not a problem, but you know, no real dedicated exercise times for most of the days that I was there. Came home and I'm getting back to my regular schedules. I've been short on time and trying to get a lot of stuff done, just regular household chores in addition to virtual learning with my son. It's been really hard to get any other kind of a workout in other than running, so like my strength training has not been great. So hoping to get this figured out before the end of the month, but I am headed for a long run of around 5 to 7 miles. I'm gonna take it easy this weekend and not push myself too hard. I've been a little bit stressed, so trying to give myself a little bit of grace. So we'll see where we end up next week. Hey guys, we're back for another week. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a rough week. I'm stressed out and I am just 100% mentally drained. Long run, I think I ended up doing around 9 miles, but it's slow. I just was not feeling it. I'm trying to at least drum up a little bit of energy for my longest run, which is supposed to be this weekend. And due to family commitments, I'm probably going to have to stick close to home, so I may have to do the entire run on the treadmill. I don't know yet, but strength training is just not happening. There's just not enough hours in the day anymore. I've just got so much going on, but the way I tackle everything is just to keep moving forward and eventually things will even out. So we'll check back in after the long run. So we have done another week. It's been a really hard fight to get the motivation kind of up and going. I've been staying consistent with everything, at least trying to get something done every day. But unfortunately, family obligations meant I had to stick close to home on long run day. And so my run was all on the treadmill, which is not ideal, but I got it done. And the good news is it was my longest run ever at 22 miles. So I'm feeling a little more confident, but still a little bit paranoid about marathon. So we will see. I'm kind of taking it easy the first part of this week to allow my legs to recover, but I seem to be recovering okay, picking miles back up. I'll have a shorter run this weekend. We've got some more family obligations this weekend that may keep me closer to home. So not a huge long run, especially after 22 miles last week. Still trying to take it easy, giving myself a little bit of grace, but still staying consistent and getting runs done. So that gets us through yet another week. Let's check back in later. And there's just a quick look at how training went over the last month. It has not been easy. Since I am having to teach my child at home, that really takes a huge part of my day, where I would usually try to get a run in while he was doing schoolwork. It's just not possible right now. And so right now I'm having to make decisions between, do I run or do I do strength training? I'm not getting much strength training in at all, but I am at least trying to get some sort of a run in every day just to kind of stay on top of that. And of course I am still moving forward and staying on track with marathon training, making sure that I get some hill sessions in, some speed sessions in, and of course my long run. I know that I have the miles in me, and so I'm just going to go a little bit farther next month and then start tapering for the Little Rock Marathon happening in November. So make sure that you stay tuned to the channel so that you see how that goes. Also remember that I am going to be running a marathon at Disney World in January in 2022. So I am going to be doing some recovery and then build back up some maintenance in order to get ready for that marathon at the beginning of January. So you're not going to want to miss that part of the training as well. And who knows, if things continue to go well, I continue to not be injured and kind of stay on top of things, and maybe as a little bit more time maybe could open up in my schedule, then I may make some time to look at some distances beyond the marathon. That's not a definite yet, but it is something to eventually look forward to. Moving on to races and medals over the month of September. I did not participate in any IRL races. There's just not a lot to choose from around here right now. There's still a lot of hesitancy because of the COVID situation and because of the number of cases that we have in the area. So there's not a whole lot of races going on here, but I did participate in some virtual races, and I am doing some things that have been a continuance over the past year. So let's take a look at those. One of the virtual races that I did, if you have been watching the channel, you know that I have done the Wonder Woman virtual race in the past, and so I did that again this year. So I was able to get this medal. I also last year did the Batman virtual run, which I did again this year, and got this medal. And then this year they added on the Superman run, so that allowed me to get this medal. And by registering for all three medals, I qualified for the Justice League Run Series medal. Now I did get some other great run swag along with this, and I'm going to have a link up here and down in the description so that you can watch me unboxing all of those race kits and taking a look at everything that came in them. You also know, if you've been watching the channel for a while, that I've been participating along with 9 other ladies in the Circumpolar Race Around the World. It is a virtual race where we are racking up miles as a team in order to complete a race around the world. And we are currently working on Region 10. So we've been working on this for not quite a year, but we've been definitely racking up the miles and trying to get a nice push ahead, stay on track of our goals that we've set for ourselves for this. But the medal for the last region did finally make its way in, and that is this one right here for the Indian subcontinent. And right now we are making our way through Europe, and as soon as that medal comes in, I will show that off to you. And of course, once I have all the medals, I do have a wooden frame that they sent me that is a big map of the world that all of these medals will fit into. And once I have all the medals, I'm going to fit all those in, and I'll show that to you, so stay tuned for that. Also, for the past couple of years, I have been participating in the Run the Year challenge that's been put on by Run the Edge. I'm going to have a link to them down in the description so that you can check them out for yourself. But they do put on this great challenge where you run the number of miles that it is in that year. So this year, being 2021, it was 2,021 miles. You have the option of getting a medal, you have the option of getting a shirt, there's an online tracker. Well, I managed to finish my 2,021 miles this month, so I have earned this medal. You can see that it opens up and it has where you can keep track of how many miles that you have run. So it's a great medal. They come up with a very inventive and really interesting medal every year. It's got some weight to it. This is a good quality medal. And if you've been watching my Instagram, then you saw I took some pictures wearing my finisher's shirt. So definitely check them out. They are taking registrations now for the 2022 Run the Year. So if you want to run this by yourself, or you can team up with other people to run 2,022 miles together as a group. So you have that option as well. So definitely check them out. It is definitely worth the money for that race kit. Looking ahead to races in the next month, I don't have any planned right now because, again, I am trying to concentrate all of my effort into training for the Little Rock Marathon. That could change if a race happens to pop up that I find out about. So we'll see. But as of right now, I don't really have anything that is on the docket other than more marathon training. Looking at new gear and equipment, all I got this month was a new pair of socks. And if you are a runner, you know how important a good pair of socks is. Now, a few months ago, I won a couple of pairs of socks by OS First off of Anthony's channel. His is called Running for My Best Life. So I'm going to have a link down to his channel if you want to check him out. I would definitely watch if I were you. But he sent me these great socks by OS First, and I liked them so much that I had to get another pair. They are super comfy, very moisture wicking, and they have just the right amount of compression in them. They have them in a no-show, they have them crew length, so lots of different ones to choose from, and these are great quality socks. So I'm going to put a link to their website down below so you can check them out for yourself. Now let's talk a little bit about what's going to be coming up on the channel over this next month. Now, first of all, I'm going to have some reviews coming up, a couple of product reviews, and I know a lot of you have really enjoyed some of the app reviews that I've done, so I do have an app review that is going to be coming out this month. I just have to finish some of the research and the scripting on that, and then I'll have that out as soon as I can. Also coming up, like I mentioned earlier, my longest run ever is going to be this month in preparation for the marathon. So make sure that you keep an eye on that. Definitely watch on all of my other social media like Twitter and Instagram, because I'm going to have updates about that as well. I also have a couple of series that are going to have some new episodes that are coming out this month, such as the RGG Book Club, featuring a book that several of you told me that I really needed to read. So as soon as I finish that, then I will have a chance to put that together in an episode. And I also have another episode of Run the USA coming up. We are going to be looking at Connecticut. So if you run any races in Connecticut, make sure that you let me know down below so that I can check it out and possibly include it in the video. I also have some other stuff coming up with family and with the kids, and just some fun life stuff going on, and so I'll do just a quick little vlog about that so that you can get a little bit of me behind the scenes. So that does it for the month of September and what we've got coming up in October. Don't forget that I also have a Spotify playlist that I drop at the beginning of every month. And since it is spooky season, I do have a Halloween themed playlist. So make sure that you check that out. The link is down below, as well as a link to all of the tracks that I have chosen for 2021 so far. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found that fun, and I hope that you stick around for another month. I also hope that you have clicked that subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any of the content that I have coming out all the time. You can also follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description. You can follow me across all platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. Thanks so much for watching. I can't wait to see you next time. Happy running.